Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotfreehealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is the weekly reading from the 18th to the 24th of July, and this reading is for the Libras. I'm going to be using the Shadowscapes Tarot today, and let's see what shows up for you guys. Okay. So for the Libras, 18th to the 24th, we have the Four of Cups, with the Hanged Man, with the Wheel of Fortune. That's so crazy. The Wheel of Fortune is the stalker card for this week. Okay, and the card underneath for you will be the Seven of Cups. So, Libra. The Four of Cups can represent maybe some of you guys may have been feeling a bit low or feeling a bit depressed or unsatisfied about certain things that's going on in your life. The interesting thing I kind of see in these cards is that this person is looking at their reflection, and then you have the Seven of Cups card showing up underneath. So it's kind of telling me that don't buy into any kind of ways of thinking that aren't true for your situation, because I kind of feel like this is a time where you can either feel bored or despondent, or kind of feel like it can be a card where something is being offered to you that you don't want. You're not satisfied. It's almost like you're not satisfied with certain things in your life. You're not pleased with it, and you don't feel like it's either good enough, or you don't feel like it's really adding the value to your life that you would want to see. So it could be that maybe you're in a job that you find really boring and that you're not happy with. You could be in a relationship that you're not happy with. But this card is speaking of there's something that is going on in your life right now where you're kind of feeling like it's not as exciting or as fun as you want it to be. For some of you guys, you could be waiting around on something or someone. Maybe you're waiting around on somebody to make a choice or make a decision about something. But I kind of feel like it's saying that I kind of get something with illusions kind of going on here. I don't know if somebody is creating the illusion or whether you're the one creating the illusion. It could be somebody maybe promising something, saying something that may not quite be the case, or you could be telling yourself something that isn't the case. But I kind of feel like there's some aspect of that that's kind of taking place, but I think I'll get more into that with the Seven of Cups card. But then the Hangman is showing that again it's a card of inaction. So I don't know, I still get this image of waiting around, things not really moving forward, things moving very slowly, or you kind of being in a position where you're the one that's not really progressing or not really moving on from a situation. The Hangman is kind of saying that with this time of things kind of standing still, this is a time for you to really reevaluate some things that's going on with you right now. I feel like whatever you're finding that is unpleasing to you or that's not satisfying you is saying that you really have to think about how you're going to change that situation, how you're going to make it be what you like it to be what you want it to be. This kind of goes hand in hand with the weekly readings, that with the Magician card that showed up in the weekly readings, it's saying that you have it within your power to change things as you want them to change, Libra. So it all comes down to you at the end of the day. I don't believe, especially with the tarot, that when it shows inactive cards, I don't think that that's a bad thing. Sometimes, especially the way we're taught to be, we're taught that everything should be action or all the time, like we should be doing all the time, and we should be thinking about our progress and how we're pushing forward all the time. But really the times when we're kind of having rest is the best time for us to really think about where it is that we are in our lives right now. What do we want to see different? What do we want to change? What do we need to do differently? And so I feel like this is the time for you to do that. this is also saying that it's a good time for you to meditate on your thoughts, or it's a good time for you, if you've been kind of bombarded with thoughts, it might be a good time for you to clear your mind of maybe thoughts that are either getting you down or that aren't really helpful to you right now. But kind of give yourself the time to kind of be at peace with certain things. That's what I feel for you, is this is a time for you to really focus on peace, and to focus on yourself, and to focus on going within. So yeah, so this is could be a highly spiritual time for you, because this is the hangman also represents enlightenment. So sometimes things becomes much clearer to us when we give ourselves the time to kind of understand things, and to really work things out for ourselves. And I'm really focused on this cross that is at the top here, that is dangling. It's like it's not like your standard cross. It's the Ankh sign. So it's a sign of life. So again, I think spirituality plays a big part for you. So this might be a time where you have to even address your spiritual beliefs right now. Or maybe some spiritual beliefs are like you're able to fall back on them, and use them in a certain way that becomes beneficial to you. But the Wheel of Fortune is saying that again, things can change for you. Things can change in an instant with the Wheel of Fortune. So, know that your life isn't this boring humdrum every day. Or I go to work, I come back home, I cook food, I do the same thing every day, like the boring routine. It's saying that things can change and things can fall in your favor if you want them to, and if you believe that they can. So you have to kind of restore that belief. And I think the hangman is saying that that's what you need to kind of, that's the enlightenment that you need to receive, that the universe is always watching, and the universe is always there, and things can change in an instant. So that's that. And I think, as with this card showing up underneath, this is about your fantasies. I think that this is a time where you could be really dreamy in terms of like maybe daydreaming about certain things, daydreaming about the life that you want, the places you want to visit, where you want to be, the fantasy life. And fantasies aren't always a bad thing. I think it's only a bad thing when you live in that space, when you're not actually doing things in the real world, but you're just too much in your mind. Then that's when it becomes an issue. But I think that if you can use these fantasies, or these dreams, or these things that you really want to do, and you can become more active in making those things happen, then you might be able to see that, okay, you start seeing progress, you start seeing change. But even with the change, it doesn't mean that you have to force things to change. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to always go with what the flow requires at the time. There's a time for rest, and there's a time for action. If you need to rest and just dream, then rest and just dream. If you have to then you have to get up and do something, then get up and do something. So that's what I kind of believe. And so yeah, this is a time of really being in a dreamy space. Or again, I feel like you might even get messages in your dream life, like when you're sleeping, or get messages while you're meditating as well. So I think it can be working out for you that way too. And you can meditate, you can manifest from this space as well. You can manifest without actually actively doing anything too. So peace and many blessings to you, Libra. I'll be seeing you. Bye.